Example number 1 on 9-3. The following cylinder can is being filled with dirt. If dirt weighs 1.3 grams per cubic centimeter, how much will the cylinder weigh when it is full of dirt? Round to the nearest tenth. So, a couple key things that tell us we're looking for volume here. First one is the fact that something is being filled. Who cares with what it's filled with? It's being filled. That is a red flag that we are doing volume. Filled with means volume equals. Another key thing that told us we were doing volume is cubic centimeters. Any mention of those cubic centimeters tells you you're looking for a volume. Because I'm dealing with a cylinder, I'm going to go get that volume formula from a cylinder from my notes, which says pi r squared times height. So volume equals pi r squared times height is the formula that I'm using, and I'm just going to kind of scooch that over. Okay, so let's fill in some pieces. Pi stays pi because pi is just a number. R standing for my radius, going over to my diagram here, that 16 is showing me the entire width of that circle. Therefore, that 16 is actually our diameter. The more you write on your paper, the less likely you are to accidentally put that 16 in for the radius. Remember, my radius can be found by taking that diameter and dividing it by 2. So I have a radius of 8. Into that 8 squared, not forgetting the squared, or maybe you are forgetful and you forget that squared and you want to just turn it into the 8 times 8 immediately. Not the worst thought. And then the height of my cylinder being that 21. All right, remember when you're doing cylinder volumes, I want you to do those constant numbers first before you multiply by pi. So 8 squared times the 21 gives you 1344 times pi. Right there, we have our final answer if the directions had said in terms of pi, which, spoiler, they did not. They asked us to round. So hitting the times pi in my calculator gives me 4,222,300,526, and I'm just going to end that with a dot, dot, dot. Taking that up here and rounding that to the nearest tenth, the 3's in the tenths place, the 0 tells it to chill. So I have a V equals, or a volume, of 4,222 and 3/10 centimeters cubed. Now, at this point, the question was asking us, how much will the cylinder weigh when it's full of dirt? Centimeters cubed is not a unit of weight. We don't measure how much something weighs in centimeters. So we're actually not done yet. What we found right here, that 4,222 number, this is how much dirt the container can hold. How much dirt, that's not how you spell dirt, D-I-R-T, how much dirt can fit. This is how much dirt can fit in the container. 4,222.3 centimeters cubed can fit in our container. Notice they gave us a piece of information that we kind of ignored. Dirt weighs 1.3 grams per cubic centimeter. That per cubic centimeter is really, really important right there. Per cubic centimeters means per 1 cubic centimeter, which is indeed a unit rate. When we are given a unit rate, we do the opposite of the operation that we use to find a unit rate. We use division to find the unit rate, so we're going to be using multiplication here. We're going to take how many cubic centimeters can fit, and we're going to multiply it by how much those cubic centimeters weigh. So that times that gives us 5,488 and 99 hundredths. And then we'll just round that to the nearest tenth to get a weight of 9's in the tenth. We look at the 9 bumps that 9 to a 10, so that carries some things, leaving us with a final weight of 5,489 grams this time, because we're talking about weight. Woof.